28 की हो गई, अभी तक शादी भी नहीं करी, फिर बच्चे कब होंगे?
चाची, नानी, मामी जैसे सबका अल्टीमेट गोल हमारे बच्चे देखना ही है।
इतना प्रेशर, इतने मिसकंसेप्शंस एंड द वर्स्ट पार्ट इज दैट वी हैव नोबडी टू टॉक टू।
लेकिन वरी नॉट, फ्रॉम पीरियड्स टू मेनोपॉज वी हैव कवर्ड इट ऑल।
But we are having more and more girls who are becoming infertile at younger age.
Are women getting their periods also earlier?
African, American, Europeans, these women have they are more fertile than Asian women.
आपने कहा कि 50 साल से अवियत हो रहा है इंडिया में, बट इट्स सो सैडनिंग टू सी कि मैं जहाँ से आती हूँ वहाँ पर अभी भी वो केसेस को छुपाया जाता है।
To masturbate a certain amount of times in certain month, it will reduce your prostate cancer and this and that. Then there is a whole non-fap movement where you don't masturbate for months and you get superpowers or.
हेलो एंड वेलकम एवरीबॉडी ऑन द वाई एक्सिस। आज का जो हमारा कॉन्वर्सेशन होने वाला है, आई वुड हाईली रिकमेंड 20 साल से ऊपर जो भी है उनको डेफिनेटली सुनना चाहिए थ्रू एंड थ्रू, because it's really important. It's high time we start having those conversations openly. Joining me today is Dr. Yuvraj Jadeja, also known as Dr. UV. वो गायनेक भी हैं, वो IVF स्पेशलिस्ट भी हैं और आई थिंक हमारी सारी क्यूरियोसिटी और समस्याओं का समाधान है आज के लिए। आई एम जस्ट गोना स्टार्ट विथ वन बिग क्वेश्चन, which is there a right age to have a kid?
Technically, yes. I mean, you can't come at 45 and tell me that now I want to have a kid. Unfortunately, your biology and, nature doesn't work like that. So, scientifically, of course, the right age is you need to start and finish your biological or so-called motherhood career or a parenting career before 35 because it gets difficult then. Saying that, I always say that, the right age to get or become parents is when you're ready.
Yeah.
That's the right thing. But then it's not an absolute sentence, okay? Then you have to be like vigilant what steps you need to take. Are you healthy enough to wait? Regular checkups kara rahe ho? Explore other options such as what we are going to discuss today. Only then that works, that statement of when you're ready. So luckily we have options now, but one, you should know those options, and second, you should know how to execute those options.
So I was just saying that you just mentioned about the options.
Yeah.
So scientifically, things have been pushed. Thoda age has been pushed, the biological age, because of the scientific advancement. I just wanted to know if you can specify one after another.
So there's a catch-22 here. Your age might have been pushed, but unfortunately, your fertility has not been pushed.
Okay.
In fact, it's the reverse. With pollutions, with the lifestyles that we are having, uh, the air we breathe, the water we drink, plastics, packaged foods, our lifestyles, lot of stress, XYZ, genetics per se, fertility is declining. So though you might now live for 90 years, but we are having more and more girls who are becoming infertile at younger age. In fact, here I would say it is the opposite. We used to have 15 years back, we used to have 36, 37-year-old women who were quite healthy, who had good eggs, whose fertility was good. But now we are, even at 32, we are a little scared that इनकी fertility का क्या हालत हो रहा है, we don't know. And that's why the need to explore other options is coming into picture more. So yes, age-wise, science has advanced, your longevity has increased, but your fertility has still not been able to be pushed. You have other means, we have tweaks, but naturally your fertility is not increasing. And in fact, for Asians, it's even worse. Most of the times people make this mistake, Naomi Campbell got pregnant at 42 and Jennifer Aniston got whatever, XYZ celebrities got pregnant at certain age. One, we don't know how they got pregnant. And second, African, American, Europeans, these women have they are more fertile than Asian women. So, we have a lot of Indians who stay abroad who say that, I'm 40, and the doctors there also believe that, okay, you're just 40, try naturally. But somehow, demographically, वो Indians के लिए इतना काम नहीं करता.
Is this the reasons that you mentioned, stress है, pollution है, are women getting their periods also earlier?
Yeah, stress तो भी, Earlier, as in you were talking about the first
Yeah,
period
the
in
first
menarche. So when you get your first period or when you start having your menstrual cycles, technically that term scientifically is called menarche. The age of menarche is definitely kind of going back or decreasing is because of multiple reasons. One is of course environmental factors, because again, you have these products in your environment which are more जिसको हम we call them phthalates जिसे बोलते हैं या biochemical disruptors बोलते हैं. So what happens is they're kind of disrupting the physiology of your body and hormonal functions of your body. Genetics also is now playing a role. So there are a lot of obesity. We have children who are now, who are overweight, who are, eating left and right, sugar, uh, pollution, XYZ. So yes, so something when you have a menstrual cycle which is too early, which is again scientifically called as precocious puberty, as in your puberty has come earlier. Now, one might say क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है 16 पे आ रहा है 14 पे आ रहा है या 10 पे आ रहा है, but it makes a lot of difference. Psychologically also it makes a lot of difference, and physiologically also it makes a lot of difference. Imagine an 8-year-old getting a period. It's so difficult.
Right.
14-year-old को समझाना difficult हो जाता है. The pros and cons of periods, the side effects, the pain, the irregularity, the need and the care that they need to take after once they start their periods. So imagine that whole burden coming on an 8-year-old girl. You can't help it.
Is there an age bracket जहाँ पे you're exactly healthiest?
Ideally, I would now say not even 35, because now we are seeing 35 also is becoming a big issue. Now, technically, I would say less than 33 is something that you should consider. More and more countries, Western countries, women are freezing their eggs because, it's both the way around. Our marital age, women wanting to get married, finding a partner, they're taking more time now, which is great. So they are getting married later on, or if they are married, they want to concentrate on their careers, they want to concentrate on their profession, and they want to become parents later on, even if they have found a partner. So that's kind of that age is increasing, but at the same time, fertility is decreasing. So that's where the balancing comes into picture. So I feel anyone who's crossing 33 either needs to freeze her eggs or needs to have 6-monthly gynec checkups.
You mentioned about freezing eggs. So the concept is not new to India, but yeah, it is kind of new to India. हाँ, compare हाँ.
Correct.
मतलब पहले ही बहुत ज़्यादा टैबू होता है आईवीएफ को लेके हश हश होता है बहुत ज़्यादा and now the concept of freezing eggs is there.
Correct. So first of all, the important part here is जो सबसे ज़्यादा misconception लोगों को egg freezing की होती है कि egg freezing करा लिए मतलब फिर naturally pregnant नहीं हो पाएंगे, मतलब फिर
हाँ.
freezing कराया है तो फिर जब भी pregnancy करनी है IVF ही करना है. Understand this is a backup. It's like an insurance fee. If you still timely manage your body, do the right things, you can still get pregnant naturally. This is only if you don't get pregnant naturally, correct? So anyone who freezes their egg also, when they decide to get pregnant or decide to go forward in their path to becoming parents, the first 6 months they try naturally. Only if they don't conceive, then we kind of sit and think whether we want to now use the frozen eggs kept or not. Technically, yes, you can always prepare, The frozen egg might be new to India, but the first IVF baby was born around 1976. So it's been more than 50 years now, almost, give and take. So we've learned a lot, we've come a long way. So we know now. And body preparation, so you see, even if you get naturally pregnant at 40, now you can't say that just because you've frozen your eggs at 35, you will not get complications of older age pregnancies.
Yeah.
Right now, if you're going to get pregnant at 45, the problem of diabetes, blood pressure, hypertension, miscarriage rates, this is going to increase. It is only going to preserve your fertility. It's not going to preserve your
Age.
natural age health.
आपने कहा कि 50 साल से IVF हो रहा है इंडिया में, बट इट्स सो सैडनिंग टू सी कि मैं जहाँ से आती हूँ वहाँ पर अभी भी वो केसेस को छुपाया जाता है. मतलब nobody is willing to go out there and accept कि yes there were problems and we did that way. आप जब इतने क्लाइंटल के साथ डील करते हैं, do you see that hesitation still very alive?
Every day I've had the so-called richest, the so-called most educated clients trying to hide their IVF against someone who is so open about talking. We have people who are willing to share their stories and all, but that is a very small percentage. I also feel it's also about how you approach the patient. I think you need to make them more comfortable. because there's so many taboos around it. But whatever said and done, the whole hesitation to talk about IVF is definitely there. In our country, it's huge. I know of couples who don't even tell their parents. Forget society तो बात की बात आई है. मतलब in-laws को नहीं पता because the wife feels that probably सास को पता चलेगा तो she might not be happy. सवाल उठेंगे, टॉन्स पड़ेंगे, फ्यूचर में सुनाया जाएगा और पेरेंट्स को पूछेंगे तो पॉजिटिव रीजंस भी है, वो ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस में आ जाएंगे. एंड देन in whole in all, in fact, it's you know it's such a खिचड़ी because at the end of the day सारे सफर करते हैं. आपको सपोर्ट नहीं मिलता, उनको पता नहीं होता, वो भी फ्रस्ट्रेट होते रहते हैं क्या चल रहा है बिकॉज आपकी ट्रीटमेंट चल रही है, यू आर ऑल्सो अंडर स्ट्रेस, सो दैट द होल सिचुएशन बिकम्स मोर कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. रादर आई ऑलवेज try to explain that it is only and only in your head when you think that these people will not react correctly. 90% of the time, whether it's your parents, whether it's your friends, or whether it's your close circle, they always support you. They might ask you a few question inquisitiveness को, तो उसको पहले थोड़े ठंड से अगर आप समझ लो और समझा दो, it's a huge bonus to have. It takes a village जो बोलते हैं.
Of course,
It does take a village not only to raise a kid but also to make a kid.
You have double therapy.
We have to. Unfortunately, that's true. And I feel, and I talk very strongly to a lot of my colleagues, juniors, that it is very important to take that extra 5 minutes because we keep on complaining कि society is not changing, society is not changing, but थोड़ा बहुत honest हम पे भी आ रहा है.
थोड़ा तो लेना
Because if we
पड़ेगा.
take 5 minutes to kind of ease them into the procedure and give them that confidence that talk about it, it's okay, ये छुपाने की जरूरत नहीं है. I think 7 out of 10 kind of ease into it. फिर वो लोग वो थॉट ब्लॉक से निकल आते हैं कि हम बात नहीं कर सकते, हमको शेयर नहीं करना है and all that, and they realize the advantages of being open about it.
इससे भी बड़ा टैबू टॉपिक जो आता है, जो प्रोसीजर है, वो है सरोगेसी. उसमें तो मतलब IVF इज चलो हश पर थोड़ा थोड़ा खुल रहा है, बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट सरोगेसी एवरीवन इज लाइक नो. इफ यू कुड डाइसेक्ट दैट.
Interestingly, I have had a difference of opinion. In fact, surrogacy क्या है? See, it's impossible to hide surrogacy, right? So I think surrogacy का एक ऐसा दौर आया था कि though of course surrogacy was a huge boom for couples who could not conceive, it has of course उसके भी खुद के ethical considerations थे. People had their own thought of positives and negatives around surrogacy, but एक point ऐसा भी आया था that some people used to flaunt surrogacy because people used to feel only a certain level of, if you reach a certain strata of social societal status, फिर ही आप surrogacy कर सकते हो, आप afford कर सकते हो. अच्छा, गौरी खान ने surrogacy कराया था, शाहरुख खान ने कराया था, करण जौहर ने कराया, मैंने भी कराया. तो एक दौर ऐसा भी आया था जहाँ पे people were not hiding but rather flaunting surrogacy. But there is a lot of taboo around surrogacy. But I think surrogacy now, people have understood what it is and openness बहुत ज़्यादा आ गई है. Because ultimately what happens is जब तक आप surrogacy के level तक पहुँचते हो ना, तब तक you have fought so many battles and then you are like, you don't give a damn. Like, then you don't care what the society is talking. You don't care what anyone else is talking. You have endured so much. Then एक point आता है जब you like, I don't give an F. वो सिचुएशन पे फिर सरोगेसी आती है. बट बिकॉज पहले लोगों को लगता था कि सरोगेट के साथ, सरोगेट को प्रेग्नेंट करने के लिए द हस्बैंड हैज टू गो एंड स्लीप विद द सरोगेट, सो दे वर
अलग ही चल रहा है. हाँ,
बट देन पीपल रियलाइज दैट नहीं, इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट.
From a human emotion level, are you able to understand the psyche of people coming and telling you कि यार अपना blood अपना ही होता है टाइप? वो वाला जो पूरा conversation है.
I understand it. I feel I might not agree to it. I might argue with them, but I do understand because we have learned history enough to understand that societally and in your brain, blood is thicker than water. Genetics, not only that, talking about genetics also, you see, there is, why don't we humanly, हम क्यों भाई बहन की शादी क्यों नहीं होती, कजिन्स की शादी क्यों नहीं होती, कुछ सेम कम्युनिटीज में शादी क्यों नहीं हम करते? There are scientific reasons to it. Because if that happens, there are complications that come. So when people actually were trying to preserve bloodlines, उसको अगर हम wider perspective में देखें तो they were trying to preserve genetics जो healthy था. उसको फिर एक एक्सट्रीमिस्ट लेवल पे ले जाना कि अच्छा हमारा खून है, दैट आई डोंट एग्री, बट देयर इज अ रीजन, यू नो, आज व्हेन कोई किसी का भी एग ले लेगा या कोई किसी का भी स्पर्म लेके, यू नो, आपने बच्चा कर दिया, so that's, I think recently there are a lot of documentaries coming on Netflix where the sperm donor gave sperm to 1,000 females. Now imagine this 1,000 females जिसको sperm donation हुए, उनके बच्चे are all brothers and sisters. Tomorrow when they grow up, they're going to get married, right? Now the problem is not brother and sister. The problem is, again, these brother and sisters are going to have same pool of genetics, and when they get married, they're going to create, they are going to be infertile, उनको abnormal babies आने के chances बढ़ जाएंगे, miscarriages के chances बढ़ जाएंगे. So that way preserving the genetics makes sense.
मतलब विक्की डोनर के हिसाब से तो वी वर लाइक अच्छा इट्स अ स्पर्म डोनर इज आल्सो अ थिंग तो
It is a thing.
हाँ,
It's a
पर
great thing sometimes.
हाँ.
But it has to be done the right way. You need to go through a sperm bank, a registered sperm bank, through a registered doctor who does it in the right way. कल जाके आपके बच्चे में कोई प्रॉब्लम आई तो उसके पास डॉक्यूमेंटेशन होगा कि आपका स्पर्म डोनर कौन था, क्या उसमें you can trace back the donor, try to do legally whatever is possible if there are complications for your child in the future. It cannot be just random कि किसी को भी रास्ते से या रेलवे स्टेशन से
उठा
उठा के
दिया.
उसको sperm donor बना दिया. They have to see. I run a sperm bank or I run an ART bank, so I know when you are going to register a donor, she undergoes multiple tests. There are multiple levels of screening procedures that happen before she's actually registered as a donor. And now there is a rule कि एक donor, जैसे female donor life में एक ही बार अपने eggs donate कर पाएंगी. So this
अच्छा.
question of उसके भाई बहन की 15 साल के बाद शादी होगी kind of decreases.
Conversations like these donors, do they come willingly? Is there some certain criteria?
So now they do, because one, we are an established hospital. By God's grace, when you have a name, you have certain popularity, people know that they are into IVF, they have an ART bank, so they will accept or whatever, so they know what. But then you have to understand that sometimes they don't know the procedure. उनको ऐसा लगता है आज आ गए कल हो जाएगा. It's not like that. It's a vigorous process, especially for females. For men it's easy, you just come, pardon my word, just give sample and leave. I know, but for women it's like 10 दिन इंजेक्शन लिए, चेकअप्स किए, ब्लड टेस्ट किए, प्रोसीजर किया, एग्स निकाले, फ्रीज किए. It's a whole gamut of 15 to 20 days of process that they undergo. So then sometimes some people are shocked कि अच्छा इतना सारा करना पड़ेगा. उनको ऐसा लगा ब्लड दिया और हो गया. ऐसा नहीं होता. So then some kind of understand and feel कि okay, this is not something I might be able to do. And some of course have an idea. Some of course do it, 50% want to just donate, but that's a small portion.
Yeah.
Most of them, of course, do it for compensation or something, which now, of course, again, उसपे भी बहुत सारे laws आ गए.
Coming back a little to egg freezing, is there any data point कि कितनी women in India are openly accepting it, कितने लोगों ने कराया है?
Data point तो नहीं है, because unfortunately in India we don't. Statistics are not given that importance, and we don't maintain statistics that well. Central registries नहीं होती जैसे European registries होती हैं. But from my personal experience, say pre-COVID, I used to do 1 egg freezing in 6 months, but now we do almost 4 to 5 egg freezing in a month or more. Some months. So the percentage of girls accepting and going for egg freezing is definitely increasing. And in fact, every week I get one consultation for egg freezing. So it's definitely.
Level is also something which is
Yeah.
higher in India के हिसाब से.
So I don't know what we call higher. I feel it's not higher when compared to your dreams of becoming a mother, your dreams of becoming a parent. या फिर आपने बोला आपकी ब्लड लाइन को आगे बढ़ाना है, उसकी कोई कॉस्ट नहीं है something, right? But on an average, an egg freezing would cost you somewhere around 1.5 lakh rupees, which for today's generation, I think it's doable. It's like a vacation that you take. Maybe you can compromise on one of your vacations that you're going to take with your friends. A big vacation. And it could be worked around.
And this is for like one sit, or फिर
Egg
entire
freezing
process is
usually will require, if done timely, will not require multiple sittings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Usually require one sitting. Only if you come, again, as I said, if you come at 42 and you tell me that now I want to freeze my eggs, there are no eggs to freeze.
Hmm.
Then you're not going to get that many eggs. Then you might have to go multiple sittings.
And can you share the ratio of success rates of egg freezing?
So world over now it's said that egg freezing ki success rate. So see, egg freezing to successfully, you can do an egg freezing successfully very easily. That's not a problem.
Yeah,
Just
मतलब the
egg freezing leading to a pregnancy.
yeah.
So egg freezing leading to a pregnancy, I would say the success rates are somewhere around 60%, which is
60. Hmm.
This is usually the success rate for most.
for IVF.
Yeah.
Because now freezing has become so common and so advanced that it's almost same as doing it fresh.
Hmm.
But the
Right.
process, I saw this one video of an influencer on YouTube who sort of planned her entire journey.
Oh.
And well, it just looked a little taxing because there are lots of injections you put in on a regular basis. There's timing or particular supplements है जो आपको लेना है. These were the medicines. तो scientific advancement हुआ है या process अभी भी उतनी वैसी है?
I don't know which influencer you saw, but see, I also believe it's not easy. Let's put it. But अभी कुछ पाने के लिए कुछ तो होना पड़ेगा.
सही बात है.
Pregnancy is not also easy.
Hmm.
See, 9 months of pregnancy is not easy for anyone.
Hmm.
But then we still go ahead and do it. Like it's something. It's a conversation of what you want and how much you want. You see, I'm one of those fertility consultants. Strangely, and people are shocked when I say that. I'm pretty okay if you come and tell me that मेरे लिए बच्चा इतना important नहीं है. I always ask the couple, you know, if they come at a stage when it's a little complicated, जहाँ पे ज़्यादा चीजें करनी है, ज़्यादा खर्चा होना है, ज़्यादा surgeries करनी पड़ रही है या ज़्यादा taxing हो रहा है उनके लिए, I always ask them and I also counsel them to an extent कि कितना जरूरी है. If you tell me that मेरे लिए it's a life and death situation, मुझे बच्चा चाहिए ही चाहिए, I will work hard, but then we'll do everything and anything. So then you have to be prepared for it.
Hmm.
But if you tell me, look, करते एक बार try, होगा तो होगा, बच्चा is not the end of my life, then that's your choice,
Hmm.
right? And there is a very high chance for 1 or 2% of the patient where they might do everything and it might not happen. You have to be acceptable to that fact also. So coming back to how taxing it is, injections देने पड़ेंगे,
Right.
procedure करना पड़ेगा. There is just, you know, there is no scientific advancement to certain things जो करनी ही पड़. आज बच्चा आपके, like if you are getting pregnant, you will have to deliver the baby. No scientific advancement can take away from the vaginal birth that you will have to give. No robot can replace that. So in that sense, you'll have to do. But you know, it's very important, and I would say this cautiously, थोड़ा संभाल के मैं ये बोलूँगा कि it's not that bad.
अच्छा.
For some patients who are more sensitive, it's different. वो तो देखो, कोई लोगों को पैरासिटामोल लेने से भी एसिडिटी हो जाती है और कुछ लोग बड़ी से बड़ी एंटीबायोटिक हंसते खेलते खा लेते हैं. So everybody is different. Some people, like I had a huge influencer who came and did IVF and egg freezing with me. She said it was a breeze. She said I expected what, and comparatively मुझे इतना नहीं सहन करना पड़ा. Against that, my own very close school friend who did IVF, especially egg freezing with me, and I thought I said it's going to be fine, you know, I am there, what are you worried about? But she had a lot of side effects. She's fine. But then she was fine in 5-6 days.
वो psychologically लोग different होते हैं.
Psychological, look, you're being pumped with hormones.
Hmm.
You react differently to
Right,
different kinds of hormones and dosages of hormones. So in that sense, it is difficult, but it's doable. With the right, it's very important to get into it with right information. So I think जाने से पहले है ना, questions पूछ लो and select a doctor who you are comfortable with asking all these questions so that you know what you're entering into. Then it is not that difficult. When you don't know what you're entering into, फिर वो शॉक्स आएंगे तो इट इज गोइंग टू बी डिफिकल्ट. व्हेन यू नो कि 10 दिन मुझे इंजेक्शन लेने हैं, वो 1 महीने से आपको प्रिपेयर करके ही हम रखते हैं. देयर इज जस्ट नो ऑप्शन, 1 या 2 इंजेक्शन 10 दिन लेने पड़ेंगे. देन यू आर ओके कि हाँ 10 दिन हुए, 10 का 11 दिन हो गया तो यू आर फाइन. 12वें दिन में यू विल क्वेश्चन मी कि आपने 10 दिन बोला था.
तो स्टेरॉइड्स का आई वांटेड टू अंडरस्टैंड, काफी लोग कहते हैं आप स्टेरॉइड्स लेते हो तो आपकी बॉडी पे इम्पैक्ट होगा, फर्टिलिटी डिक्रीज होगी, तो कितना होता है, कितना?
So when you say steroids, you're talking about men taking steroids in gym to make their body. So basically what they're taking testosterone. And testosterone, external testosterone injections or supplementation is 100% harmful to your fertility. There is just no option. No one can say कि मैं ऐसा टेस्टोस्टेरोन दूंगा जिससे आपकी फर्टिलिटी नहीं होगी। अगर आप टेस्टोस्टेरोन बाहर से ले रहे हो, मतलब आपका स्पर्म काउंट और क्वालिटी कम होगी ही होगी, अगेंस्ट द पॉपुलर बिलीफ कि ज्यादा टेस्टोस्टेरोन लेने से मेरा स्पर्म बढ़ेगा।
सेक्सुअल हेल्थ का कॉन्वर्सेशन इन जनरल घरों में इंट्रोड्यूस कैसे करें? मतलब लाइक इन माय फैमिली आई कैन गिव यू एन एग्जांपल, माय मॉम सैट मी डाउन अलोंग विद माय ब्रदर व्हेन आई गॉट माय फर्स्ट पीरियड, व्हिच वाज अ रियली गुड थिंग बिकॉज़ आई थिंक माय ब्रदर नीड्स टू नो इट एज मच एज आई डू, बट आई डोंट थिंक सो वो कॉन्वर्सेशन कभी भी सेक्स पे एस्केलेट करेगा एवर।
इवन स्कूल्स में वो नहीं होता है, मतलब आपकी एजुकेशन कहीं से भी आप ले लो, घर पे भी नहीं, स्कूल में भी नहीं, बट यू आर इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू इट टू लेट।
Luckily, nowadays the generation is having a little bit of liberty. A lot of schools have started introducing sex education and everything. But coming to your question, it's absolutely right. How do you introduce it? I think this question has been asked to me a lot of times, and I think my answer is very, very simple and easy and very pertinent when I say this. You have to make everyone understand, including your parents or anyone who talks about sex education in a little bit of a shy way, is that the word sex education usually comes with a thought that it's about having sex. Sex education is so much more. I think having sex is the least part of sex education. It is one about knowing your body. It's about knowing your anatomy. It's about knowing your health. It's about good touch, bad touch, consent, body positivity. You know, when is it that someone is crossing a line, and what is your, you know, right in terms of sexual health? It's about teaching them what rape is, what eve teasing is, how to stand up against all this. It's about avoiding pregnancy. It's about contraception. It's about abortion. So sex education is all this. हम लोग बहुत narrow vision में सोच लेते हैं so a lot of times when we talk to parents that you need to introduce sex education in your house, and they're like, we don't want to talk to our kids.
Yeah.
But that's the last thing you need to talk about. Believe me, no one has talked. Well, India is like 100 years old, independence or whatever. No one needs to talk about. They need to, but वो सीख ही जाएंगे. But it's more than that. Start off with all these conversations. Start off with menarche. Start off with your first period.
Yeah.
Start off with breast development. Start off with body parts. Start off with how a normal vagina should look like. Start off with, if a guy is touching you at these places, it's wrong. You need to know that. Start off with teaching your girls how to say no. And that is sex education.
मैं जानना चाहती हूँ मास्टरबेशन के ऊपर भी there is like we have heard that because of masturbation sometimes your sperm count decreases or something like that. Is that true? ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
See, masturbation को ना बहुत ज़्यादा हवा मिल गई है.
होता है.
पहली चीज ना वो इतना इम्पोर्टेंट है, ना वो इतना हार्मफुल है. ठीक है, इट इज अ मीन्स ऑफ सेल्फ प्लेजर. Now you can go into the science. There are studies which says that if you masturbate a certain amount of times in certain month, it will reduce your prostate cancer and this and that. Then there is a whole non-fap movement where you don't masturbate for months and you will get superpowers or
Oh my god.
Shimuni ban jaoge. All this is rubbish. At the end of the day, it's about sexual health and pleasure, which is your business. It has no harms. And it has no superpowers that it's going to give you if you don't do it. And if you do it, just that the only thing with these things is that it should not become an addiction.
Right.
It should not go to a level, because sex, after a point, goes into perversions, goes into addiction. Once you cross that boundary, it's going to affect you very badly.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing you need to learn, that you're not crossing that boundary. Otherwise, there is nothing more that you need to talk about. ना किसी के बाल जड़ रहे हैं masturbation से, ना आपको pimples हो रहे हैं masturbation से, ना आपको ब्रह्म ज्ञान मिल रहा है या ना आपको वो ऋषि मुनि के पावर्स मिल रहे
तो
हैं या
फंक
ना.
वाले लोग फैला रहे हैं
हाँ.
चीज़ को।
It's like बहुत interesting conversation while we were watching something. It's like hymen के ऊपर बहुत ही बात करते हैं. मतलब virginity है ना, तुम virgin हो जब तक तुम्हारा hymen है. But hymen also breaks because of due to other reasons also. But virginity doesn't.
Yeah.
There are two separate things. So I just want to understand that क्योंकि हम लोग तो इस पे बहुत बात करते हैं.
See, it's very simple. There is no relation of so-called virginity term and the intactness of your hand. It's ये दोनों एकदम अलग चीज है. You might have a girl who's never had sexual intercourse with a broken hymen, right? So it's absolutely fine and it's definitely scientifically possible. Um, I don't know what else to say because
Yeah.
unfortunately you are right. The whole idea of virginity in the societal standards of women is such a screwed concept and it's such a sad state. I have had girls email me from Kashmir. In fact, just recently, maybe a month back, had girls who are very young girls. Like, I'm planning to get married, but I feel my happiness broken if my husband comes to know that I have not had sexual relationships. So, but if my husband comes to know, he'll think something else and XYZ, I won't get a hymenoplasty done. That's and hymenoplasty हो भी रही है. So we had this huge discussion even amongst us doctors, where a lot of doctors believe that we should do it, because it's going to help someone. I personally have taken a stand that I will not do it. I will never do a hymenoplasty in my life because I feel if I do it today, I'm encouraging two people. The thought process that doing or not having an intact hymen is again a reason of virginity or a proof of virginity. So I have taken this stand, but I can understand both sides.
Right.
Hiraj, you mentioned कि scientifically it's still possible कि you have lost your virginity, लेकिन your hymen is broken. What could be the possible scenarios जहाँ पे ऐसा होता है?
So it could be anything, it could be some strenuous exercise, it could be a fall, some people who bicycle, sometimes, it could be an injury. So there are a lot of,
You can't pinpoint it.
correct. And as I said again, the whole idea, what we are trying to now push is not even use the term virginity. Because वो word ही में बहुत सारा taboo है. But as the bottom line here is there is वो बोलते हैं ना कि 1 + 1 = 2. So intact hymen doesn't equal virginity or so-called not having sexual intercourse or having sexual intercourse.
If you could just take a moment to describe what is a broken hymen, because
हाँ.
I think काफी लोगों को शायद उसकी भी awareness नहीं है.
So first of all, the big again वो term में ही problem. ठीक है. Hymen एक पर्दा नहीं है. Most people feel like it's a wall and you have to break through the wall. Basically, hymen itself is perforated, which means that hymen is a skin tag or a tissue around the vagina, which is right at the entrance of the vagina or what you call the vulva, and it naturally has an opening. It's just
अच्छा.
that the opening की size छोटी होती है. Until you dilate it, as in if something goes inside, it kind of expands. So again, the bigger myth here also is the fact that most people think that if you're having sex with a virgin, it should bleed. But it's not necessary. It bleeds without a virgin also, and it bleeds with a virgin also, whatever, XYZ. So hymen basically is this tissue at the entrance of your vagina, which already has a hole. It's just the question is whether it's elastic, it's big enough, small enough, whatever. So it's a completely useless organ in a female body. Just इतना ज़्यादा हवा में जा रहा है.
Before we wrap up, I just want you to talk purely as a doctor about abortions.
Abortions are usually medical abortion or surgical abortion. They need to be done at the right time. Earlier they're done, better, more better for a female body, more safer. And most important thing, whenever you do an abortion, wherever you do an abortion, it's very important that you get it done at the right place and at the right hands and at the right time. ये तीन में से कुछ भी चीज मिसिंग हुई, it's going to cause lot of complications in women's body. Women in India have died because of abortion. Women in India have become infertile because of abortion. Women in India have gone in comas because of abortion. Women in India have become paralyzed because of abortion. So there are all sets of complications that can happen because of abortion. You can have hemorrhage, you can have infection, you can become infertile, you can lose your uterus at that young age if not done again at the right place, right time, and with the right hands.
Hmm.
पे पैसे बचाने का काम बिल्कुल मत करो.
And it's not about paise actually. Again, it's about maybe hiding from someone, या consent पे नहीं करना, या so abortion is not that costly also, honestly speaking.
If you can give us a range.
There is no range. You go to a good government hospital, it's free of cost.
अच्छा.
ठीक है, प्राइवेट में नहीं जाना है आपको. अगर पैसे की ही बात है, देयर आर कॉन्ट्रासेप्शन, HIV की मेडिसिन, कॉन्डम्स, अबॉर्शंस, ये सारी चीजें फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट तुम्हारे कंट्री में मिलती है. ओनली इफ यू नो हाउ टू यूज इट एंड यू वांट टू यूज इट. प्राइवेट सेटअप अलग बात है, प्राइवेट हॉस्पिटल्स में जाना करना, बट एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट.
Interesting. But is there lot of questioning when you go and you want your child to be aborted?
Questioning as in from the doctors,
Yes.
you have
Yeah.
to give a reason. Right? Doctor is always going to ask you, why do you want to abort a child? One, because kuch bhi kar lo, there is still a complication that can happen. You can still become infertile. The chances are less, but it is. So, is there a right reason? Second, abortions are always legal abortions. Why you say
Achha.
legal? Because there is a law. There is an MTP Act, Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. So आप ऐसे ही हवा में आके abortion नहीं करा सकते. You need to have a right reason. It needs to be done with consent. It needs to have the right medical practitioners who needs to be licensed to do abortion at a hospital. Like you're sitting in my hospital right now. This hospital needs to take a certificate from government that we are a licensed abortion MTP center. अगर मेरे पास वो license नहीं है, तो मैं
आप
abortion
कर ही
नहीं
नहीं
कर
सकते.
सकता. आप 8 महीने की प्रेगनेंसी के बाद मेरे पास आओगे कि मुझे अबॉर्शन करना है, तो लीगली यू कैन नॉट अबॉर्ट अ चाइल्ड. अगर आप 20 वीक्स के बाद मेरे पास आते हो कि मुझे अबॉर्शन करना है, देन आई नीड सिग्नेचर्स फ्रॉम 2 registered gynecs to do that abortion. So there are laws around it.
And what do you
Okay.
think of all these pro-life debates that happen on the internet?
यूएस में तो अबॉर्शन का there's a lot of debate नहीं हुआ तो कुछ और ही हो रहा है वहाँ तो.
But you know, I always say that when you talk about pro-life, it has to be first pro-mother's life.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Hmm.
So for me, what I'm seeing is the mother. So pro-life, for me, her life is important. And for me, life is not just breathing and living. It's about your mental health. It's about your emotional health. It's about your physiological, financial, physical health. So if someone not want to have a kid, is imagine the amount of stress she's going to go through in her life. If a 14-year-old is pregnant and she needs to raise a kid, what life are you talking about? You are anyways ruining her life for that child who's not born. So pro-life can be seen in a wider term rather than just someone who's not born.
Hmm.
Thank you so
Thank
much for joining. Thank you so much for your time and hosting us as well. It's been lovely, and I think everybody who's going to leave this conversation is going to leave it with a little bit of enlightenment, and it's very necessary.
Understanding also.
Yes.
Thank you so much. You guys are doing a great job. All the best.
Thank you so much.
See you soon.